Hi, welcome back if you're new here. Hi, I'm Liv. I'm a Colorado makeup artist and I love everything related to makeup, fashion, clothing, accessories, all the above, all the categories of beauty really. Lately I've had to be on the run quite a bit and had to do my makeup really quickly, so I wanted to show you what that routine looks like when I don't have more than 20 minutes to spend on my makeup. Probably even less than that. But the big factor here is that I use a powder foundation, which is not common, especially if you have dry skin. This might not be the best routine for you, but if you have balanced, leaning oily like my skin type, this is a really great foundation and I want to show you how I use it. So before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me and we'll get going. I do try to keep my steps pretty normal. There's a few differences, but I do start off with my primer. This is my go-to, the Milk Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. As I mentioned, I do have balanced to oily skin type, so this really helps keep my oils at bay. I highly recommend it. I actually have this in my professional kit as well because of how well it works just on all skin. Normally I would go into my foundation now, but we are going to go into concealer because our foundation is going to be powder. So we're going to do all of our creams first. And this is the new Haus Labs concealer. My last video was trying out all of the Haus Lab products and I am highly impressed with this concealer. If you're interested in a new good concealer, this one wears really nice and it has really good coverage. Like it fully covers up these blue under eyes. I bring my concealer down a little bit. I know it's like a 2016 trend to do like a triangle, but I bring it down a little bit to help cover some of the redness in my cheeks. Because as much as I love my powder foundation and I do think it works really well for coverage, it's just not enough to the point that I like. So I like to just bring my concealer down a little bit further and help add an extra layer of coverage. I don't typically use my cream bronzer during this sort of routine like I normally would if I was using a liquid foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes. And I'm just going to be using my Milk Pore Eclipse powder. And I know this might sound a little weird, like, Liv, you're using a powder foundation. Can't you just use that to set your under eyes? Yes, absolutely. I just happen to like the way a normal setting powder looks under my eyes rather than a powder foundation under my eyes. But that's all I use it for. Normally I set my entire face with one of the loose powders, but I'm not doing that today because we're going to be using the powder foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I know they reformulated it. I'm well aware. I just haven't tried it yet. I'm a little nervous because of how much I love this powder that I don't want to get the new one. Because what if it doesn't work as well as this one? So I take a really large brush. This one's from Rose and Ben Beauty. I think this is perfect for powder foundation. And really load it up. And then you start applying. And you do work it into that loose powder so it kind of just flows. You just keep applying until you get the coverage that you like. And this is what the powder foundation looks like. I know it looks like it's a lot of powder, but my skin actually looks really smooth. It's got enough coverage, definitely in my cheek areas. I don't feel like they're too pink anymore. Basically, the way powder is going to wear with balanced to oily skin is that the longer you wear it, the more your oils are going to like melt it together until eventually it's too melted, but like it looks great throughout the day until it doesn't. But now I just go in with some of my powder products, so just a powder bronzer. And you could have definitely done your cream bronzer underneath. I just don't typically during this routine because it's faster. I'm going to go into my powder blush as well. This is like my favorite blush right now. It's Mellow Mauve by Makeup by Mario and it's a powder formula, but I can't stop using it. It just blends and smooths and it just has like just enough pink for me where it's not overpowering, but it does have like a little bit of a flush. And then I like highlight, so I'm going to go into my new Haus Labs highlight. This is in Peach Quartz. I love the way this wore the other day. So I'm just going to add a touch. Not like a starking, but just enough. So there's a little sparkle. I do use a little bit of setting spray. This one is from Milk, the Pore Eclipse Mattifying line. If you haven't figured out by now, I love this line from Milk. It has been a lifesaver for my oily skin. It's just each product helps with the mattifying process. From here, you could definitely add your brows, mascara, and a lip balm and call it good. Get out the door. I'm going to do a little bit of an eye look because I'm not in a super rush today. I just used my Rare Beauty eye primer to prime my eyes, and now I'm going to go into my Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette. I'm going to take this shade. I believe it's called Transition. It's like my all-time favorite shade ever, and I'm going to put it all over my lid. It's like brown enough to add some color, but not too intense that it's like overbearing. I think it's like the perfect one and done shade. I am feeling like a matte eye look, so I'm just going to go back into my highlight and use it as an inner corner. I'm even going to use the same brush. Now I add mascara, some eyebrows, and a lip. Here's the finished look. I did go ahead and put on some mascara, some brows, and then for the lips, I just used my Makeup by Mario lip liner. This is in the shade Tan, and my Rare Beauty lip balm in the shade Nearly Apricot. If you have noticed, I have some pretty chapped corners here on my lips, so I'm trying to keep them really hydrated because, you know, they don't feel great. And I decided I liked my headband, so I'm just going to wear it for the rest of the day. I'm happy with it. But this is my 20-minute powder foundation routine. I really think powder foundations are a good item to have in your collection. Like, you don't have to use it every single day, but they do come in handy, especially for those balanced, leaning, oily skin types. But even if you have dry skin, they do come in handy for emergencies. You can also use them for eyeshadow. You can use them for bronzers even. Again, I think this seems longer filming than it actually does in real life. This could probably be even a 10-15 minute routine. I'm going to say 20 in case you do want to do something with your eyes. But if you're looking for something really quick, this is a good way to go. And it lasts a really good amount of time too. Like, you're definitely going to get 8 hours in this, but it is powder, so I don't think you're going to get 12 hours. Might not want to wear it to like an evening event after wearing it all day. I'd probably redo your makeup, but again, I use the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is the old formulation. They do have a new one, which I will try eventually. If you've tried it, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think it is as good as the old formula? I'd love to know because I'm a little hesitant on actually purchasing it. I'd also love to hear if you use powder foundation regularly, or if I'm just like the odd one out who uses it like for fast routines. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you think a powder foundation is good for. Anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you have a good one with whatever you are doing today. Before you go, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, hit all on the notifications. You'll be notified every time I post a video. I am here every Thursday, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.